Welcome back to another episode of Vass Reacts. We got SpongeBob versus Aquaman, Nickelodeon versus the Superfriends. Death battle. I don't know if they gonna let this go up. It's Nickelodeon might copyright it or death battle. I don't know. We gonna try. So y'all know how I am. After the stats, before the stats, I choose my picks. After the stats, I choose my pick. I got SpongeBob throughout the whole fight. If y'all didn't see that episode when he got bullied and that shit ain't hurt him, I got SpongeBob throughout the whole fight.
Make it easier to accomplish your goals, big or small.
Therapy can be a great way to work through the problems you've been dealing with.
Bro, I don't need no better help, bro. Leave me alone. Where's their teeth? So we gonna pause in between the video so this can go up. Apparently the last death battle couldn't go up. Fucking mad.
SpongeBob SquarePants, #1 nautical nincompoop.
Aquaman, the thalassic third wheel of the Superfriends. Thalassic means ocean. I looked it up.
The infinite ink-black depths of the seven seas are home to any number of terrifying, awe-inspiring creatures.
They're also home to these two losers. Though when it comes to cartoon characters, there's always more hidden beneath the waves. That's right, we're prioritizing the cartoons for maximum Toon Force shenanigans. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
SpongeBob SquarePants, the fuck?
The year was 1946. The former allies of World War II were engaged in a Cold War between capitalist West and communist East.
The United States changed history forever with the introduction of the atomic bomb, a weapon of unparalleled.
Oh, they going deep into the lore.
One of their most popular test spots, the site of 23 separate detonations over the course of 12 years for a total fission yield of 42.2 megatons, was Bikini Atoll in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The results were ecological devastation, and perhaps something more. Deep beneath the atoll, the fauna began to change. They evolved, becoming sentient, forming language, technology, and society. This Bikini Bottom organized into a
They went deep into the SpongeBob lore. This is
monarchy under
ridiculous.
the god king Neptune. It developed a free market economy and a thriving artistic culture.
Even the simplest underwater creatures became capable of complex thought, including the very first multicellular organism to be categorized as part of the animal kingdom, the sea sponge.
And one sponge in particular, the greatest among them, lives in a pineapple
Under the sea.
Oh!
So we're gonna stop right here. I don't know what this says. I just need to stop.
Oh, I wanted to sing this song.
I don't know
So
about
living in a pineapple.
greatest.
Wonder
SpongeBob
Robert
may have been one of
SquarePants.
the most popular children's cartoons of all time, but he's a
His name is Robert.
total dork. He's a painfully naive man-child whose only ambition in life is to continue his minimum wage job as a fry cook at the Krusty Krab.
Really sounding like a Squidward there, Wiz. And no one wants to be a Squidward. Sponge Robert might not have the flesh
We're all Squidwards because we're adults now. Just saying.
to his life, but he's happy. And that's what matters, ain't it?
Not in Death Battle, it doesn't. SpongeBob is routinely physically incapable of even the most basic tasks. Almost like
This implies that he shits himself
He's
every
the biggest
time.
in town. Like the time he failed to lift a glass of lemonade, or the time a school bully gave him diarrhea, or the time he effortlessly rotated the entire planet. Huh.
Oh, we're in
Oh,
for
this
some
is gonna be
shit now,
amazing,
aren't we?
man.
Despite being a real sea creature, SpongeBob is more like a kitchen sponge. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he, after all. He can stretch and shape-shift his body any way he likes, duplicate himself through asexual reproduction, and absorb immense amounts of liquid. Wouldn't he always be full, though?
From an entire lagoon to, oh god, enough water to replace the moon?
Oh, and for some reason, he has an insane healing factor. He survived being torn in half, vaporized, having his soul removed from his body, and literally being unraveled out of existence. Okay, I think we're good. We can just end the rundown here.
No, I need to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. Perhaps his most mind-bending ability is his control over bubbles. No, stay with me. This is unbelievable. Like
They really going deep into this. This is
Sophie
crazy.
Green Lantern ring, his bubbles can become anything he wishes. from guided cruise missiles to sentient life and entire bubble societies. That's a pretty similar effect to his magic pencil, which can draw anything he wants into existence and erase it from reality just as easily. The pencil was so powerful, SpongeBob sent it back to the surface where it belonged. But in later seasons, he still just has it for some reason.
And finished. I call him Doodle Whiz. Whiz, he's just like you, but I made him with a pencil.
I'm calling the police.
Even the mundane becomes godlike in SpongeBob's yellow hands, like his reef blower, which hoovered up the entirety of Earth's oceans in seconds and then exploded on top of SpongeBob all at once.
It's estimated the entire mass of Earth's oceans is about 1.5 quintillion tons. Considering all the water refilled the planet in about 1 second, that'd be a kinetic energy of over 6,000 yotatons.
That's enough
Is that even
energy
a
to nuke
fucking number?
Jupiter 13 times over. And SpongeBob was completely unharmed.
His hydrodynamic spatula isn't just an impromptu bladed weapon, it's also his primary instrument to create the greatest foodstuff Bikini Bottom has ever.
Unlock dual double XP with a Call of Duty combo or Mountain Dew at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Life is expensive, so why is
What's up with YouTube and these ads, bruh?
Seen the Krabby Patty.
A burger so delicious, it's basically magic. Not only is it totally addictive, SpongeBob was romantically attracted to one.
I remember
It can
that episode.
nullify mind control,
I remember
heal
that
wounds,
episode.
and even detonate.
SpongeBob has survived nukes point blank, hugged his best friend Patrick so hard their DNA fused, can ride on the scene transitions, and once cried so hard he flooded Bikini Bottom, even though it's already underwater. Shit, he once grabbed a hold of this mysterious string and unraveled the entire universe. He literally undid the fabric of reality in seconds. What the fuck?
What was that you were saying about anti-terrorists?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I've ever misjudged a character as severely
Yo, what the
as
fuck?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice character arc there, Wiz. Unfortunately for Roberto, the rest of the town only saw the goofy goober on the outside. It took more than one adventure to prove himself to be a real hero. You think he ever banged that squirrel?
He's crushed
No.
Plankton's Plan Z, won the battle.
Well, I think he did. Off scene, but I think he did. Look at the fan
Bottom
art.
against an army of killer robots, and even teamed up with fellow Nickelodeon stars Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom to save.
I remember that
the
game. That was one of the best games. Nicktoons United.
Biggest
One-
weakness is that he's a giant, suicidally naive idiot.
And depending on the humidity of the atmosphere around him, being out of the water can dehydrate and permanently incapacitate him.
Oh, also seasonal rot. Those first 3 seasons are pure gold, but after that, oh
trash.
boy. There's this
Everything
one
went
episode
downhill.
called Squid Baby, where Squidward gets brain damaged into a giant baby and shits himself on screen.
What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Trials and tribulations.
Yeah, the
that-
first 3 seasons of SpongeBob was, and a couple movies was good. And after that, everything just went downhill.
Hasselhoff's aside, it wasn't until SpongeBob accepted himself
I'm
for
a
who he
goofy
was
goober.
that he was rewarded with the greatest boon of all. Middle management.
So if nautical nonsense be something you wish, then pray to your yellow porous god for mercy, because his whimsical laughter is the last thing you'll ever hear. Aquaman.
I lied, that
King
was a
of the
good
Seven
abbreviation of
We've
his
covered
stats.
Arthur Curry on the show before, and he's actually secretly awesome.
Seas. That's right, Boomstick. But the version we're dealing with today is from the bargain bin cartoons from the 60s and 70s.
Now, you might assume that means this Aquaman is a total loser, but really, have you watched all those cartoons?
Remember, this is from the era when Superman was sneezing solar systems apart, so get ready.
Art's origin is basically the same as the Silver Age comics. Tom Curry was a humble lighthouse keeper who decided one day to fuck a fish.
He did not do that. He procreated with Atlanta, an Atlantean from the underwater city of
He fucked the fish, pretty much.
Poseidonus, and from their union, Arthur Curry was born with magnificent aquatic abilities.
And he's the king of Atlantis, too.
Oh, wait, no, it says here that was introduced in the comics later. Here he's just some guy. with magnificent aquatic abilities, and a giant mutant seahorse that neighs just like a land horse.
This Aquaman comes from a time when everybody who's anybody had their own secret cave with assorted gadgets. He's got an underwater jet ski, a net, octopus ink, a water pistol, and a portable heat ray to blast right through solid ice. Not exactly mind-blowing, but you know, I'm sure we're ramping up.
We sure are. Aquaman's hybrid human Atlantean biology grants him superhuman strength and the ability to breathe underwater indefinitely and withstand the crushing depths of the ocean floor.
The pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench is 16,000 pounds per square inch. That's like being stepped on by 100 elephants.
Damn.
Which is a lot, I guess.
Aquaman is also an incredible swimmer, able to travel from Florida to Maine in under an hour. That's almost twice the speed of sound. He can create water balls and whirlpools out of thin water, and fittingly, water-based attacks are completely ineffective against him. And of course, you can't forget his aquatic telepathy.
He can talk to fish, and he can even control people's minds and give them seizures, right?
Oh, actually, that second part is also just from the comics. Cartoon Aquaman can talk to fish, which is awesome. His telepathy can reach several miles, summon hundreds of sea creatures at once, and works on anything from microscopic organisms to alien life, as long as it's aquatic alien life, of course.
But he can still mind control them, right?
Kind of. He can free them from mind control and even influence their emotional state to some degree, but besides that, there have been times when sea creatures have just ignored his commands outright.
Wiz, I'm gonna be straight with you. You haven't said anything remotely mind-blowing yet. Does this Aquaman actually suck?
Hold your seahorses. Aquaman's exploits were so world-renowned, he banded together with Earth's mightiest heroes to form a team capable of defending the planet, nay, the universe, from any threat. The Superfriends!
The Superfriends! They're
Is
like
that
the
the Wonder Twins at the end?
knockoff version of the Justice League.
What? No, you've got heavy hitters like Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman,
Keep going.
Flash, Green Lantern,
Uh-huh.
Apache Chief, Samurai, Black Vulcan.
I remember this cartoon. Okay, that's the Wonder Twins. I remember this cartoon so vividly. It used to come on Boomerang.
The Wonder Twins, and their pet monkey Gleek.
Wiz, stop.
Bro, they need a
You're
Wonder Twins
embarrassing
movie,
yourself.
bro.
No
That shit would be
His
so
best
good.
direct strength feat.
And I know he ain't put
He,
mustard on a banana.
Moved some trash. About 50 metric tons of it.
Yo, SpongeBob don't win.
The jokes
I'm
write
unsubscribing.
themselves, huh? Fun fact, Aquaman once enrolled in an American college under the name Mr. Waterman. So we're working with a pretty hefty IQ here, huh?
Okay, so he's lame, inarguably completely lame. I was convinced I'd find some crazy, insane Popeye punching out the...
Target acquired. Unlock dual double XP with a Call of Duty combo or
Nobody wants a Call of Duty combo.
Little Caesars.
I'm not buying no Little Caesars, bro. I just had Domino's.
Animator
I gotta get air
somewhere,
block.
but no, he sucks. He actually sucks. His best feat is literally garbage.
I'll take over from here, Wiz. Aquaman is a bit of a joke, sure, but he's not completely useless. He's dodged laser beams, defeated a living Titanic by luring it into an iceberg, seriously, and beaten this water elemental Undyne, who looks like a gorilla for some reason, by summoning seagulls to pelt her with clamshells. He once even outswam this Kryptonian pterodactyl monster, Rokan, who flew from the edge of the galaxy to Earth in about 15 seconds.
Wait, really? Okay, now we're talking. That'd be over 55 billion times
Yo,
the speed of
Wiz
light,
is
and Aquaman's
crazy.
swimming clearly outmatched that. It doesn't matter if it looks lame.
You get one, buddy.
And hey, he could probably kick your ass, person that's watching at home, so that's something.
Well,
mean,
not
yeah.
if he's on dry land. If he's out of the water for even 1 hour, he dies. Never mind, person watching at home, just, hide for a bit, grab some lunch, and then stop by the court.
What is raw power really what makes someone a hero?
Bro, part 5 JoJo is the best part. Oh my god, Go and Win is literally one of the best parts. I have to rewatch Go and Win. Oh my god. I was never subscribed to
Strive
that
to help
battle. Oh
others,
shit.
to be of service, to
Oh,
sacrifice.
SpongeBob don't win, I'm not
That's what a hero
subscribing.
is to me, and I'd say Aquaman's got as much of that as there are drops of water in the ocean.
What the fuck is he
He's about to
doing?
die.
Yeah, Yeah.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Mint Mobile.
Let's go. SpongeBob winning.
Contracts and getting ripped
I
off
don't
by
even
big
care.
Wireless providers. If we've learned our set and we've run the data through all
Alright,
possibilities.
so I got SpongeBob.
One.
I'll throw my phone.
One possibility.
It's time for Aquaman's funeral!
Why did they even make this?
Mermaid Man? Wait a second, you're not Mermaid Man.
The name's Aquaman, evildoer.
Evildoer? I'm a hero.
I saved this city. There's only one real hero here, Fiend. And he's a super friend.
You see, sir, I'm a sea sponge, phylum porifera, and you can't just... How about a little karate, Waterman?
Oh my gosh.
It's Aquaman! Of course. He's a sea creature. And as the king of the seas, he's mine to command. I wasn't just reaching out to you, Sponge. Let him have it, chums! Great Neptune!
Get a load of this, sea man!
Damn it, it's Need water powers fading. Is there nothing I could do? My man, I see it now. A multiverse of Aquaman.
Y'all really called upon the
Out of
multiverse.
all of them, I'm the lamest fucking one! I'm a joke. I'm no superhero.
People used to say the same kind of things about me.
Are they about to become friends?
Wingnut, Knucklehead McSpazatron. But every day, I get back up and say 2 words. I'm ready.
May the best hero win.
There they go. Actually about to fight.
What?
The other side of the universe.
I'll prove it to you. I'll be a real superhero.
Oh, this is wholesome. Oh, this is so wholesome. Let me see. Who won? I'm going with SpongeBob. That was wholesome.
Don't
Of
cry,
course, SpongeBob won.
Sponge. Let's be super.
Is he ready drawing back? He's like, aww.
KO! What is it with ridiculously OP nautical-themed cartoon characters on this show, Wiz?
This
I
was
know, that
an
was wholesome.
incredibly close fight.
No, it wasn't.
Gotcha! Obviously,
No.
Aquaman didn't have a snowball's chance in hell in defeating this little spongy bastich.
Where do we even start? With his bubbles and magic pencils, SpongeBob could basically do anything he wanted. There was no way Aquaman wouldn't get totally overwhelmed, especially with his much more limited arsenal. I can't think of a more lopsided matchup than someone whose main attack is throwing water against a sentient sea sponge.
Aquaman's only potential option was his telepathy, but as we've covered, it's far less powerful than his comic counterpart. There's no reason to believe SpongeBob wouldn't just ignore Arthur's commands.
Even if it was straight up mind control, SpongeBob's Krabby Patties straight up cancel mind control.
And really, nothing Aquaman had could overcome Bob's utterly broken regeneration. generation.
The little yellow dude has survived being completely disintegrated into dust and even erased from reality. All Aquaman can do is punch kind of hard, and even that's basically
So SpongeBob,
against Bob's squishy body.
so pretty much SpongeBob solos the verse. High diff.
Maybe Aquaman could have found
Well,
a way
Universal.
to hydrate SpongeBob enough to keep him permanently incapacitated, like when he and Patrick were trapped in Shell City.
But that would require the fight to take place out of the water, which messes Aquaman up way harder than it does SpongeBob. And it also require the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Because, yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled the universe? Considering the...
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one. This is fucking insane. Compared to SpongeBob's size, the string's width is about 192 micrometers. We can use that to find the volume of, say, 1 meter of string, and compare that to the volume of the entire observable universe. Considering it took SpongeBob about 5 seconds, he would have had to be pulling at 8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times faster than light.
That's as many times faster than light as
Freaking
there
ridiculous.
are atoms in the universe.
That's so
This
ridiculous.
is the fastest calculable speed feat in our show's history. And it belongs to SpongeBob SquarePants.
But do you think he could take on comic book Aquaman?
Have you been listening to anything I've been saying?
Good point. Because let's not forget,
Of course I didn't forget.
that string feat also destroyed the entire universe. And stuff like that is actually consistent.
SpongeBob is literally aware of the fourth wall and has rewritten the plot of his own story as he's living it. Screw the pencil or the bubbles, he can just will whatever he wants into existence from his imagination. He's a god, a yellow, spongy god of death.
And that's why he beats Goku.
At least Arthur finally got to be a real hero. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah, sure, whatever, pal. He's dead. Too bad for the King of the Seas. That sure was one sweet victory.
I like that one.
SpongeBob SquarePants, our god.
Our God.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping
I
into
know,
the next
I like
matchup
that.
next week. You can always get more Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes right over there, and by downloading the battle music linked down below.
Yeah, I like that. Who's next? Ew. Jason? Jason versus Michael! Yes! That's tomorrow. Wait, what's tomorrow? Yes! Yes, I'm watching that. I got Michael. Well, I told you SpongeBob was gonna win. Well, at least I'll subscribe to that battle. Because if SpongeBob did not win this fight, I was blocking this channel. I wasn't making no more videos about this shit, about this channel. But SpongeBob won. I give him up to the big yellow sponge for that one. Wiz sounded unbelievably surprised. He said, "Our yellow god." Yeah, I'm surprised to see what these comments look like. If y'all like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Go sub to my Twitch, man. I'll be streaming anime over there, man. Y'all missing out. They still get posted to YouTube, but still, let's have fun over there at Twitch party. 10 followers become my first moderators. Okay. I'll see y'all next time.